Hey guys, Paul here, and it has certainly been a minute. I've been tied up this year on my kitchen remodel, and so haven't been on social media and YouTube as much as I normally am, and I've missed you guys. Hopefully you've missed me as well. I just put together this end grain cutting board, and I thought I'd put together a quick video for you on this and kind of walk you through the process that I use for these. This is a solid cherry. There's no other wood species in here, just cherry. The diamond pattern that you see running down the middle, that's just kind of creatively using the sapwood that was in the cherry and arranging it in a pattern that gives kind of the illusion of inlay, but it's really a simple process. So I'm going to walk you through that. Let me know if you have questions down below, and without further ado, let's get on with it.
Here's the 8/4 cherry plank that I started with, and you can see the sapwood strip running along the corner that will give it that inlay appearance. So the finished board ended up being about 18 inches long, 15 inches wide, about 1.5 inches thick. So I started with a 35-inch long plank that I ripped into approximately 2-inch by 2-inch widths. And I ran them through the jointer to flatten one face first, so a good face joint. Then took the face jointed edge, put that up against the face of the jointer, and jointed the adjacent edge square to the first edge that I had planed. This is really important. Now we have a plank with 2 adjacent and square edges. We mark those so that I know which ones have been jointed. I run the leader board through that you see there to avoid sniping on the planer. And now I'm going to plane the other 2 sides parallel and square to the other 2 surfaces. And then when they all plane out to the same thickness, I know that I've got a square surface all the way around, same dimension, and they finished out at probably 1 3/4 inches square. It's not critical. I wasn't going for any particular size, but it worked out just great. So here I am just kind of running them through the planer to finish them out, and then I cut them in half, which is about 17.5 inches. So here you see me rotating the boards, getting that grain alignment, that sapwood, so it forms that triangle, and then the other grain I'm just orienting so that it is not all running in the same direction. I like to get a little bit of variety. And here I'm laying on glue, and I know I'll probably get some comments about using too much glue, as I do when I do these end grain cutting boards, but I assure you that this is not an excessive amount of glue. That is just about right. Even if you look at the glue manufacturer specification, they'll say that's just about right. And this is really keeping in mind there's only going to be glue on one side of each joint, so that particularly makes this, in my opinion, the right amount of glue. And then just rotating them all, getting them to drop into place, checking it for approximate square. You don't care about square per se, but you care about wasted material, and the more square that it is, the less material you're going to lose when you cut it square after the glue up is complete. So after the glue is dry, and give it a couple hours here, because that glue takes a long time to dry in this in a 2-inch thick glue up. So don't run it through your planer too soon. Then just squaring up one edge, and you see because it was pretty square, I didn't lose too much. And I'm just running it through the table saw and into, again, well, here I'm going for nearly the final thickness of the cutting board. So the final thickness I wanted was 1.5 inches, so I went with 1 5/8 inches thickness. And then gluing it up again. Second verse, same as the first, and you got to be really cautious, really careful on that to make sure you get everything really flush to save you a lot of sanding later. So now I'm running it through a drum sander. If you don't have a drum sander, I'll share a video link to a video that I created that showed how quickly you can do this on a random orbital sander with a tip that I'll share with you. And then you're going to put a lot of mineral oil. Don't skimp here. That whole board, that whole inch and 3/4 thick board needs to be soaked with mineral oil until it's oozing through the other side. Then you're going to flip it over and you're going to do the same thing on the other side till it won't take anymore. When it's all done, you're going to wipe off any excess and coat it with some butcher block oil, butcher block conditioner, which has beeswax in it. And then wipe it all off and buff it out after it soaks.
All right, guys and gals, that about wraps this one up. Thanks for sticking with it all the way through to here. Hope you found this helpful. Please like, subscribe, comment, ask questions, all that stuff down below. And until next time, take care and be safe in the shop.